Hello, I'm Master Instructor Anthony Beeler, and today I want to talk to you about some stroke techniques that are really going to improve your pool game. To begin with, I want you to understand why different bridge lengths affect your pool game. Most of the time, if you have a longer bridge, you're going to have a lot more power but a lot less accuracy. You know, if you're playing on 4.5 inch pockets, your game better be pretty accurate or you're going to start missing a lot of balls. And so, you know, the shorter your bridge distance is, or the closer your bridge is up to the cue ball, the more accurate you're going to be. Now, you don't want to get too close, because if you get too close, then, you know, you're going to be up, crowded up on that cue ball, and you're not going to be able to deliver a smooth stroke whenever that you're trying to pocket the ball. But let's examine first what the different stroke lengths or bridge distances do. So if your stroke's a little bit longer and you've got a little bit longer bridge, then if there's any stroke flaws in your grip hand, I'm going to move it up here where you can see pretty good. This is a pretty long bridge here. Now, if there's any play in my backhand, if there's any wobble at all, just a little wobble makes that tip really move a lot up there on that cue ball there. You can probably see that there. Now, if I move my bridge closer, and I still have that same play back there, that same wobble, look how little my tip moves now. So the closer that you are up there, the less wobble that there's going to be. If you're a straight pool player or an 8-ball player, then you're going to want to use a much shorter bridge hand distance than if you're playing a power game like 9-ball or whatever. And one pocket, it can be a variance. You know, if you're making bank shots, you might have a little longer bridge. Or if you're playing safeties, you're going to want to have more of a touch. You'll have a shorter bridge hand distance. Another thing I want you to consider about stroke is, you know, we've talked about before the parts of the stroke. There was a set, pause, finish, and freeze. But what we've not talked about is some other elements. You know, let's review what we've talked about in some of the McDermott videos. You know, whenever you come to your shot here, you take a couple of practice strokes, then you come to a stop here. 1, 2, 3. Go back to the bottom of the ferrule. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as you do that, it's important to have those stroke durations in there. But what I'm also going to tell you is one of the most important things you can do for yourself to really improve your pool game and make your stroke super smooth is, after you build those stops in there, then the next thing you've got to look at is making your stroke smoother. And so what I mean by that is you're going to want to have a slow back and a smooth forward. Slow back, smooth forward. And you know, if you were to put a stopwatch on that, from the time you exit from the set position into the pause and the finish freeze, it should take you about, well, close to 2 seconds to transition from the set all the way to the finish freeze. So let's look at it again. Practice strokes. 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be slow back, smooth forward. Practice these elements, and I think it will really improve your pool game.